Well, hello there, welcome to Pringle Racing. Now, with the world around us becoming more and more insane, I mean, literally, it's mental what's going on out there. I mean, really, to give you some context of just how insane the world is becoming, I'm seriously thinking that my next actual road bike might just be this electric live wire bike. I know, madness! What the hell, a petrol head like me going for electric? But with fuel going through the flipping roof, it may be our only option. I don't know. This bike used to be Harley Davidson. It still is, but they've rebranded it under Livewire. And it's now, in the UK, that bike used to cost £30,000. Right? The same bike. Minus a few little things, but only minor. The same bike, just without the name Harley Davidson, is now worth £12,000. Brand new. And that now makes that a little bit more appealing. So, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, by the way. It is a serious bit of kit. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm seriously contemplating that to be my next road bike. When that will be, we don't know. But if I'm going to get one, that will be the one I go for. It is a serious bit of machine. Sadly, though, I've digressed because that's not the purpose of this clip. The purpose of this clip is to discuss not what bikes we're all going to be riding in the future. Are they just only going to be electric? No, no, no. The purpose of this clip is what games are coming out in the future. And obviously when I'm saying games, I mean bike games. What bike games do we have to look forward to in the upcoming months? Okay, in the next 18 months, what have they got planned? Who's going to show what have we got coming through? And this is probably the best time of year to explain that, because around this time the studios tend to get together and they show off what they've done. And I have to say, these events used to be a big deal. When they used to be called the E3 and they were held in San Diego and they had these massive conferences, they were massive deals where the studios would advertise hour-long shows of all the amazing talent that they've got coming. Sadly, that died down because they became too costly, and they became these digital events which are very boring, and they lost their way a bit. And this year's the first time the studios seem to have got together and have put together quite an impressive array of games coming out. And I've looked at this show, what they've released. I've looked at Sony's showcase, I've looked at Xbox and Nintendo, and I have to say the quality of games finally seems to be coming. There seems to be a really good range of games coming out. But sadly, there was not one bike game in anyone's show. I didn't see anything. I saw a lot of car games, I saw a lot of adventure games, I saw a lot of RPGs, fighting games, cartoon games, platform games, but very little bike games, which has got me worried. Now, through all the clips that I could see that I saw, there were a couple that I saw that I thought, okay, there were some bikes in it, but it's still not a bike game. And those were these. In Sony's showcase, they previewed Marvel Wolverine, and in there, one of the chapters, they highlighted that you ride a motorbike, so there's obviously a chase scene, which did look pretty spectacular, I have to say, and then you have to join a convoy, but I don't think that's a key part of the journey. It's a third-person game. The other one was Hollywood Stuntman, where they take various scenes from different films. I got most of those, but I couldn't work out the bike scene. You'll see just briefly a quick little motorbike chase where you have to do certain levels and go from there. And the third one, which really isn't a bike game, but is a pod racing type game, is Galactic Racer. And if you recall, back in October, before this was even released, I was talking about they should do a proper speeder bike pod racer game. And what do you know? They've already gone and done one. So I'm looking forward to that. But sadly, that is about it. I didn't see much else coming out. I saw a load of other car games, but no bike games. Where is all the studios? The only studio this year that are actually releasing any bike game are Milestone. And if you've got no competition, you've got no creative spark, you've got no fresh ideas. They don't have to work hard for your money because there's nothing else to compete with. Now, I love the fact that Forza is now coming out on the PlayStation, and the reason for that is the Crew Motorfest had their own little window for that. They created their own little live festival type scenario because that was the PlayStation's version. Now we've got Forza, now they're going to be competing with each other. And I'm already seeing them trying to come up with different things and different options. And some things work, some things don't. But it's really good to see them happy. They've created this game, Track Forge, where you can create your own race tracks. That is phenomenal. Okay? But sadly for me, the only thing that sucks on the Crew Motorfest, I have to say, is the handling of the bikes. Yeah, they're just not as good as Milestone. And we slag off Milestone for their handling, but their bikes do not handle that well. They've got the bigger bikes, the ones with the big wheels. I've no problems with that, but they aren't as good as the other guys. So I prefer to stick with just driving on the crew. If they can get that resolved, then they will really send some competition to the other guys. I have heard rumours that even Forza are probably thinking of doing bikes, so I'm intrigued with that. But the more bikes we have, the more competition is, the more creative they will be. I have no problem in Milestone on their ride series creating more fictitious tracks. Why the flipping hell not? Okay, let's have more creative designs. Okay, I still don't understand why in Ride 6 we don't have a VR option. Why can't we have a VR option? There's a setting there that allows you to do it. All we got last year was that game V-Rider SBK, and if you've been following my clip recently, I've been posting a few clips on that. But sadly, the problem with this is the PSVR 2 has a weird market. It's a weird thing. Sony don't want to promote it at all. But this game is brilliant. And sadly, it doesn't seem to have sold that well on the PlayStation. But it is anyone I know who's played it, like, I'll put it in the comments below. I think it's so much fun. It's different. It's great. But I think they only sold about 5,000 copies. By doing the maths on the trophies, there's only 5 people that have actually completed a trophy, and it's 0.01%, which works out. If that is the case, then you've only got 5,000. But things like the MX game. Now, Milestone have smashed it on Supercross. They've got it bang on. But MX Legends, okay, they still need a little bit of work, but they are competing. They are pushing the boundaries with that. They're having that little challenge, and they're releasing some fantastic yards, open spaces to race on. And their what did I say? Their physics is really good. The issue they've got at the moment is with their AI. I'm still trying to get my head around the MX Legends, but hopefully that's going to push the mark. But someone needs to do a really good motocross game. Okay, so what games are you looking forward to? Are there any future games you're looking at? Do you think bike games just don't work? What is your opinion on the future of bike games? Do you think we've still got the right studios working on the right games? Or do you think too many suits are getting in the way and stopping the creative build? That's my gut feeling. I think suits always try and take control and want the cash flow. EA is a prime example. All they want is the money. I'd rather them say, nope, we're going to take the time and do it, which strangely enough they have done for the Formula 1. They've taken a year out. I don't mind that. Games don't have to be yearly. I don't have to have MotoGP bikes every year, as long as you're spending the time and improving the physics. Anyway, that was my rant. That's my worry, because I don't see many bike games coming, and I just want more bike games. Okay, and with MotoGP 26 and Ride 6, that is all that's out there at the moment. I've got the TT game. I'd love to see another one of these, because there's a few things I would tweak with it, but this game was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, and yes, there are some little things, but it definitely gave you the feeling of the TT race. And I'll be posting some of those clips soon anyway, and see how they go. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you think. Take care, guys. I just wanted to get this out there and just to get the conversation rolling. Hope you liked the clip. Speak to you all very soon. Bye bye for now. Cheers.